With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412- After about an hour rain delay at Canal Park in downtown Akron, we are about ready to go for first pitch between the Alliance Aviators and the Louisville Leopards. But before that, welcome to the 7-1 Set Credit Union Press Box, as this is the SmeeSports pregame show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cooper Fontaine, who will be joining me on the call. And to his left, Bryce Fisher, who has some valuable insights, of course, on Louisville, as you know, Ty Drabick quite well. And then, of course, the NFL Draft, which is tonight, so considering the fact we have until 8:08, we're going to talk some draft. We're going to give our thoughts as, again, it was on the board for a little bit, but gentlemen, I'm excited that we're actually able to play the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the weather that was coming through, and, graphics came up here a few times. We were like, hey, if this game's not going to start, we might as well just get out of here. But, it cleared up a good bit, and, I mean, I'm definitely happy to watch some Aviators baseball. It's been a minute for me, as you guys may know. So
You've been slacking.
No, I haven't been slacking. I've been hard at work at track and field, but I guess if you view that as slacking, then we could count it as slacking.
Does Bryce?
I definitely count it as slacking because track and field isn't a real sport. It's just running for fun.
Do you have a rebuttal?
I'm gonna
turn the other cheek?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to ignore that comment. I feel disrespected entirely.
But let's talk about these 2 teams, the 10-2 Alliance Aviators and the 5-5 Louisville Leopards. Both teams coming off a very tough series this week. Alliance, the better end of the deal, 2 wins over West Branch, but Louisville, 2 losses against Hoban, but very competitive games. I know, Bryce, as you mentioned, some very good pitching from the Leps. How do you think that impacts both teams tonight as, of course, Alliance is riding the high of conference play, but the Leopards are more battle-tested, in my opinion?
I definitely think the Leopards are more battle-tested. I think Caleb Maley's a very, very good arm. He's a product of Grady's pitching school. He's been there for 2 years. He also has seen what it takes to win. He was a part of that championship-winning squad 2 years ago for Louisville. So he understands what it takes, and I think he's going to have a very, very good matchup today with Alliance. His fastball will sit probably low 80s. I think he's going to have to get his breaking ball active early because, as we saw yesterday with Alliance, they hit the fastballs real well. If you give them a fastball, they're going to crush it.
And that's just what they do as a team. So many powerful hitters. But, Cooper, I'm going to talk to you now. One of your classmates in Cohen Hendershot, he has been on a tear the last 3 games. Had his first career varsity triple on Friday. Had a go-ahead 2 RBI triple on Tuesday. In Beloit last night, a hose from left field. What's been his secret this last week, as I'm sure he is getting some praise at school for it?
Well, I think it just comes down to, we talk about it so much, but the sophomores on this team just settling in and being able to step up. And, I mean, Cohen has done that in an absolutely huge way. I mean, he's obviously very ecstatic about it. Baseball, that's his favorite sport. Like, obviously, he played a little basketball, and he dabbles in football. I think he's going to play next year. But baseball, I mean, is where he really shines. And he's one of the sophomores on this squad that has just been able to make it happen for the Aviators. And he's a key piece. And if you're an Aviators fan, you definitely want to see him keep it going. Like, he's been on a good stretch. One more game. This is a tough matchup for both teams, and they're going to need Cohen Hendershot to step up in a big way.
Keeping it with the Lions, Bryce, we talked about it last night. KB, a slump the last couple of weeks, but put it all together last night.
Yeah, he's picked it up nicely. I think he's going to have the opportunity to – I'm assuming he's going to be in the 1 or 2 hole. I haven't looked at the lineup. 2 hole. I think he's going to be very valuable to them, especially with Bo coming up behind him. Not that they don't have a great arm behind the dish. Jake Beard is a very, very quality catcher. I think he's going to be able to hold the base running game for Alliance, but Cam's going to have to get going. He's going to have to get to second base. He's going to have to stretch out and score score a few times from second base, going second to home.
Flipping it back to the Louisville Leopards as a team, plenty of college commits. You could say a couple of guys are the heart and soul of this team, but I have 2 guys I want to talk about here in Brunoni and Triplett. Both are great players, and for those who watch SmeeSports every single broadcast, you'd remember that Xander Triplett along with Jackson Anthony, back-to-back Jacks going back to this past summer for Release Edwards. On that very tough Lakewood diamond, too, which, as you know, Bryce, it's tough to go yard and left field. What do they have to do tonight for this offense? I know that's just 2 players out of the 9, but we've seen it so many times where just one player can make that much of an impact in baseball. You go back to some games where a team wins with 1 hit. That guy's hit is all that matters. And one more time with the home runs that we've seen this year, it was the Buckeye game. It didn't matter in the end, but Bo Davis, that big home run, and then Cohen Hendershot, that big hit at West Branch was the difference.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a top-heavy game. Obviously, Xander's a very, very good batter. You got Cody Zoller, who's also Zahler, who's a very, very good batter. He's put up great numbers. John Baker has unbelievable numbers. I know he's going to the super sophomore games for PBR. He's top 50 in the class, so I expect him to do a lot of damage. But then as you get further on down, I mean, you got good hitters. Caden Cordes is a quality hitter. Luke Seaman's a quality hitter. Max Roberts, good hitter. You got Brock Legart, who is going to Marietta to pitch. He can rotate fast, just needs to get a little bit better contact quality. I think the top half of Louisville's lineup is going to do a lot of damage. And for Alliance, if they can mitigate the bottom half of the lineup from doing any accessory damage, they're going to be in a really good position to win this one.
And now let's toss it back down to the field as we take a look at the Alliance Aviators warming up. What do they have to do tonight? I'm sure this one is a tough one for them. You think of last time. They were no hit by Berlin Highland. Of course, we know with extra context they had 2 runners on when the game was canceled, but that has to still be in the back of their mind.
Yeah, well, you look at the Aviators' schedule, and we talked about it so much on live streams, on broadcasts, and even with Coach Graffis, where he gave the Aviators an absolute gauntlet. Berlin Highland, one of the best lower division teams in Ohio, and then you have to throw Buckeye on top of that. Those are 2 tough games, but I think the nicest way possible for the Aviators, everybody needs to step up, right? Obviously, you got sophomores coming in and doing their thing like Cohen Hendershot, like Jackson Ganney, but I think everyone as a team, you need everyone to get back into rhythm. Like you said, KB kind of been in a little bit of a slump. If he can just lock it in with the rest of the team, you're going to see a lot of good things come from this Aviator squad.
As we mentioned, a lot of talk about the draft. So, Bryce, go to input 2. What's on the Jumbotron?
That is going to be the live feed we have on the Jumbotron here, talking about the NFL Network and what they have for the draft. It's going to be a big one. Obviously, the first spot, we're pretty certain that it's secured up. We have a feeling that that's going to be Fernando Mendoza. But then after that, there's a lot of question marks. You expect David Bailey, Arvel Reese to be one of those 2 guys. I've been seeing a couple tweets coming out that the number 3 pick could be up for a trade. The Arizona Cardinals are not looking for an edge rusher, so there could be a possibility that the Giants or one of the other teams in that 6 to 7 range want to move up to that 3 spot, grab the Arizona Cardinals pick, and try to get whichever one doesn't get picked at number 2.
Now, I have not seen the Giants at all mock to go up to 3. In fact, I've seen one team slotting into 3, and that is the New Orleans Saints.
That's what I see a lot of, but I did see a tweet from, I believe it was Tom Pelissero, who said that the Giants are interested in grabbing a quality edge rusher like they had in the early days of John Harbaugh's Ravens stint. So I know there's an interest there, and they don't think they're going to be able to get one of those guys at 10. So I believe that in that package, they would probably be giving up that 10th pick if they were to jump up. And obviously, I'm appreciative of that 10th pick because that is how my Bengals got Sexy Dexy.
And I'm sure you're very happy about that Dexter Lawrence trade. What are your thoughts on it as a Bengals fan?
I think it's a really good pick. I was worried that he might fail a physical. I know he had that elbow injury last year. But since the retirement of Geno Atkins in 2020, so 2021 on beyond, our defensive tackle position has been in the bottom 4 of the league 5 straight years. It's been embarrassing. We have been unable to get pressure, and that says a lot about Trey Hendrickson, what he was able to do. But I think he's on the back half of his career. So I'm really excited to get a guy who is going to be here for 3 years. Obviously, you could have contract disputes, whatever it may be. But he's going to be a disruptor, and he's only 28 years old. As long as that elbow could stay a little bit healthy, he is going to be a phenomenal player. I think he's going to make everyone on that line better. I think Shamar Stewart might have a little bit of a breakout year. Barrett Carter, Demetrius Knight, I think they're in a very, very good position.
And of course, throughout the night, we will be keeping you updated as to what is happening in the NFL draft. But the camera on your screen is not one that belongs to us. In fact, it is the main overhead camera for the Akron Rubber Ducks broadcast. So, of course, thank you to all of our friends over at the Rubber Ducks, including Jimmy Farmer, for allowing us to use this camera. J-Rod, how about you give it a spin and show the fans at home what it can do? Beautiful zoom in right there to Ethan Jackson behind the plate. Whips all the way around. There's Gage Lyons, and it's a nice little throw over to Garrett Atkins at first. I like that camera. J-Rod, what are your thoughts on the camera?
It's definitely way better than the ones we have. It's nice, stable, and it's easier to move around left to right and even zoom in and out.
You like that I gave you this opposed with the camcorder today?
For sure.
Thanks for your input, J-Rod. But Cooper, I'm going to bring it back to you. You do your own little podcast with Coach Morrison and some other guys. What are your thoughts on the draft?
Well, the one thing that I think we bring to the podcast game is, we all obviously are from Alliance, Ohio, but I personally, I'm not sure if you guys know this, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Coach
Ouch.
And yeah, it's not even, I'm not even a bandwagon. This has been since I was young. I mean, early Matt Stafford days, like that's when I started being a fan. And then Coach Morrison is a Denver Broncos fan. And so we all bring a lot of unique perspectives to the podcast. And so we're definitely going to be covering up on what happened on our Sunday episode coming up. I mean, there's obviously a lot going on. Like you said, you kind of have those first few picks and then it falls into uncertainty. And this is, like we say every year, the Super Bowl for the Browns. So that's obviously going to be a big talking point of our episode. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one. It's always fun to, look at the prospects and look at the picks and look at the future of all the teams going forward, because draft can really turn around a team just like that. So
Definitely can, but you didn't tell us where you can watch that podcast.
you can catch us on YouTube. I mean, we'll live stream our episodes every Sunday at Top Gun Podcast. I don't want to be a self-promo guy, but
Please do.
Shameless plug, man. Shameless plug.
Yeah, at Top Gun Podcast. Myself, Nate Morrison, of course, and Giovanni Ranieri from Ohio Sportscast. So that's where you can catch us every week.
But we're going to have some fun tonight at Canal Park, now called 717 Credit Union Park in the heart of downtown Akron. A great game between two rivals, the Alliance Aviators and the Louisville Leopards, up next, along with some draft coverage as we will give pick-by-pick analysis. Once we do get it, it's going to be a fun night on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, so do not go anywhere. But this has been the SmeeSports pregame show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hang tight here on YouTube, as we will be back in a few moments for the national anthem, along with our starters. And then after that, first pitch, which is scheduled for 8:08 p.m.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
It is time to get rocking and rolling in downtown Akron, or as the Rubber Duck faithful call it, downtown Quackron. It's the Alliance Aviators and the Louisville Leopards up next as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me tonight, Cooper Fontaine. Only an hour and 8 minutes later, we are ready to go. Game number 2 under the lights in true prime time. I am excited for this one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after those clouds went away, it is beautiful right now. We're looking at a beautiful sunset. The sky is clear. The weather's lovely. I mean, this is, like you said, prime time. The lights are on when it gets dark. This is going to be an atmosphere like no other.
And as the song says, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, have no fear. This is where you cannot freeze up if you are either team. Alliance, they have won their last 7 games, now 10-2 on the season. Louisville, they have lost their last 2, both to Hoban. Who has more pressure to get a win tonight?
I think it's tough. You could go either way. I mean, both these teams are 2 fantastic squads with very difficult schedules. Obviously, those 2 Hoban games, those are difficult opponents for Louisville and 2 of their toughest matchups. So I think you kind of almost expect to get a win coming out of this. But the Aviators, a huge, huge win streak. They came off a good season last year, but they're looking to have an even better one. I think there's huge pressures building on both sides, and it's just going to pop in this matchup. For me, I think the pressure's a little bit bigger on the Aviators, but either way, it's going to be a fun one.
What about the man on the mound today for the Louisville Leopards? What does he have to do, as it's Caleb Maley getting the nod? This will be his 4th appearance of the year, a 3.87 ERA, a 1-2 record, but all things considered, a really good stat sheet.
I think he's got to lock it in. Like we kind of talked about pregame, Alliance does a good job hitting that fastball, so he's going to have to switch it up a little bit if he wants to get past the Aviators tonight.
And in the leadoff spot for the Aviators, it is going to be the second baseman, D'Angelo Fisk. Time locally, 8:06 p.m. The first pitch is high, and it is rivalry night in downtown Akron. Both these teams looking for a big win, albeit a non-conference game, but you and I both know the history between these 2 teams, whether it be baseball or another sports.
Yeah, I mean, these are two teams that face each other a lot. They used to be in the same conference, and even beyond that, they still continue to play each other. Alliance seeing the Leopards twice this year during basketball, but they also played them during football season, and I mean, basically every other sport. D'Angelo Fisk there.
A beautiful pop, and
man.
it's caught at short. My goodness, what a catch. 1 up, 1 down, and a web gem for Zaylor.
How about that? Just like, ew.
We've seen that play so many times, but to execute it that way, that's nasty from the sophomore.
And when the lights are the brightest, no less. I mean, performing under pressure right there. Fantastic job.
And the bobble, too. He sold it completely. So 1 up, 1 down, and Maley is right back to work, finding a strike on KB. Ken Burton was our player of the game last night, presented by SmeeSports, and he will look for another performance just like it. Hard grounder over towards second. It is Cordes, and his throw is true. It's 2 up, 2 down. And the middle infield is making plays early on for the Louisville Leopards.
That's exactly where I was going. Is Louisville's just, I mean, their infield is just flowing right now. Nothing coming, I mean, it's just coming easy to them. Those 2 outs were just, it looked smooth. It's what they want to see right now in the first inning.
And to put it out there, if Alliance doesn't score here, this would be the 4th complete inning this season at Canal Park with no runs. And beyond that, no hits. 2 base runners, they had that in an inning that was not completed. And both were walks. And a quick 0-1 count on the YSU commit, Bo Davis. And that pitch misses just wide, evening things up. Entering play today, Bo Davis, a solid average of .324, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, or rather 4 doubles, and 1 home run, which came against Buckeye on Easter Monday. Maley's 1-1 is in the dirt. As well, a solid crowd on hand tonight. Some fans kind of staying away from the actual lower bowl, as, of course, we did have storms earlier, and just in case it happens again, they do not want to be caught in the crosshairs. Really can't blame them there as Davis swings and misses.
But, you know, it's almost kind of surreal, as much as we say there is a good crowd, because there is both fans of both teams making the trip up here. This is still a very empty stadium in comparison to what it would normally bring in for the minor league games.
The 2-2 fouled back, and you said it perfectly. The Akron Rubber Ducks have so many fans, and you look back to what happened on Sunday with that no-hitter, the first since 2015. The Duck faithful were really happy then, and it is always a great atmosphere here when it is game day for Akron.
2015 was probably the last time I was even in this stadium.
And on the 2-2, Davis, a fly ball sent into deep right field, and Triplett is there to retire the side. A nice job by the Findlay commit, able to stay with it to end the top of the first inning. The Aviators go in order despite some good contact from their first 3 hitters. Middle of 1 in downtown Akron, no score on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to
Welcome back to Canal Park in downtown Akron. Bottom of the first inning, no score as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports and on Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cooper Fontaine. It's Lincoln Reese on the mound tonight for the Aviators. how much pressure is on him, as so far this season in 2 outings, he has been quite impressive for the Aviators.
I think there's definitely a lot of pressure on him, both as a hitter and as a pitcher. Like you said, he's been very good so far for the Aviators. And you also look at the Aviators have played so many people on the mound this year. I mean, their best pitcher, obviously, D'Angelo Fisk. But, I mean, where does Lincoln Reese fit into that conversation? And especially on a night like tonight, a rivalry night, where the lights quite literally are the brightest, I think there's a lot of pressure on Lincoln Reese to have a good performance today.
Mendoza officially was picked by the Raiders as expected. I mean, Cooper, does this reinvent the wheel? Absolutely not.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's what everyone expected. Not terribly shocking, but we were kind of talking about it off camera where it took so long to get that pick in, but it's all about the theatrics.
It always is. That's what sports are, a bunch of theatrics when you think about it. But here comes Xander Triplett to lead things off for Louisville. He had the putout to end the top of the first inning. Reese's first pitch on the outer edge for strike one. 3 walks on the year, 4 punch outs, 8 innings of work, 4 earned runs, and a 3.5 ERA, 1-0 record as well. So Lincoln Reese has been a really good back-end starter for Alliance, especially in non-conference play. And you look at the conference rotation, it's going to be D'Angelo Fisk and Brody Bugera, and I think Bugera's performance last night really solidified that.
Yeah, I think the only other name that could have been in there, even at the beginning of the season, was KB.
And he is a really good bullpen piece. He is the guy you bring out of the pen when needed, and talking to Coach Graffis yesterday, it seems like KB could be available again, even though he did throw 2 innings yesterday. Just depends on if they need him or not. The 2-1 Triplett pieces it into deep right center field. Plenty of carry, and it's over KB's head for extra bases. Triplett cruising to second. He will touch, he will go, and he is easily in at third. It is a standing leadoff triple for Xander Triplett. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Louisville.
Triplett with the triple. It just wrote itself right there.
And that ball just kept carrying way over Burton in center field. You see him there, just snuck past him.
Yeah, for a moment I thought he was going to get there, but it just did not stop.
You want a stat? 6 doubles, 3 homers on the year. That is his first triple. And now an opportunity for Zaylor to drive him in. Already one great play from him this afternoon/evening. Of course, going back to it at short, the fact that he still caught that ball baffles me.
Yeah, I mean, that I think is what really has kind of gotten the energy going earlier in this game for the Leopards.
Reese is 0-1 there for an 0-2 count. Plenty of movement behind that pitch, and we've seen it this season. Lincoln Reese, he doesn't get phased easily. And he has to play with that same confidence here with his back against the wall. The 0-2 from Reese. Popped up by Zaylor. Could be playable. It appears to be by Ganny. And he will make the grab for out number 1. And the key, Triplett stays put at third.
Yeah, that's definitely what the Aviators need if they want a chance to get out of this. Good job by Ganny. Able to locate that ball and make a play on it. I mean, Lincoln Reese, like you said, he does not break under pressure. He simply bends. I mean, he was built for this.
And so is John Baker, the sophomore, stepping in. He was built for a moment just like this. 7 RBIs on the year, but heading into the campaign, PBR ranked him as the 6th best outfielder in the class of 2028. And it's easy to see why when you see him play. Reese is 0-1 left eye. But a lot of talent on this Louisville roster. You did lose plenty of key pieces last year, including Tate Aljancic. That Aljancic name synonymous with baseball, as of course it is Andy Aljancic Field. So no surprise there. Reese's 1-1 will break high. And in other news, the Jets pick is in, still waiting to see who that is going to be. I like this. We're like Kevin Harlan. We're doing 2 things at once.
I'm doing 2 things at once. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, we are very entertained up here in the press box for sure.
Always are. Reese's 2-1, fouled back. And off the protective netting. All right, who do you think it is, Arvell or David Bailey? I'm going David Bailey here.
Oh, man, these Jets fans are hyped. And again,
call your shot real quick. Here's the pitch incoming.
Bailey.
There you go. Good move. Reese's 2-2 is tipped, and Davis will catch it for out number 2.
Wow.
Excellent defense from Bo Davis. It's the little things in a game like this that matter most.
and who else but Bo Davis, one of the biggest stars on this Aviator squad, to help clean it up and definitely help things out in a big way for the Aviators. One more out, and they sneak out of this inning.
But that is easier said than done, as here comes the lefty Mount Union commit in Brunoni. Grayson, a great campaign so far this year, all the way around. And he looks to improve on it here. First pitch high and wide. But 11 RBIs, a double, a triple. And on top of that, he has pitched 12 innings. And I would believe that he is their ace. Most likely is. The 1-0 from Reese on the outer edge for strike one. Next inning for the Aviators, it is 4, 5, and 6. Lincoln Reese, Charlie Eakey, and Jackson Ganny due up. After about game number 5, the Aviators have played with basically the same exact lineup for every game. The 1-1 is wide for ball 2, and we are just getting confirmation it is David Bailey who the Jets pick. So right now, 2 for 2. We'll keep calling it out tonight.
We'll see how we do on that. I mean,
we'll keep track of that.
Yeah. Keep track. 2 for 2 right now.
And a 2-1 count on Grayson Brunoni. And he will take strike 2 again on the outside. Lincoln Reese, after giving up a leadoff triple, is 1 strike away from getting out of the first inning with no damage done. A huge spot for him. Louisville's dugout trying to get in Reese's head. The 2-2 in the dirt, and we are full. In the on-deck circle for the Leopards, it would turn to Jake Beard, the Malone commit and catcher. Some pressure early on the Alliance Aviators. A rematch from last year's sectional championship game. A game that they won in the end 3-1. Louisville, they want to write the story here tonight under the lights in downtown Akron. Long pause, payoff pitch, dirt for ball 4. Put him at the corners. And Jake Beard will have a chance to leave his mark on the first inning.
You know, unfortunate as it is, you still have to give props to Lincoln Reese for doing a fantastic job recovering after that triple was scored, was hit right over his head. But still, I mean, good job. Nearly had it right there. But now that you have runners on the corners, the pressure is definitely on.
For Brunoni, do you go here?
That's tough. I mean, you know, Bo
Bryce
Davis has
no.
an arm, but yeah, I think Davis's arm is a little too strong.
I would agree. I think you stay put. And he will on the first pitch, as there is strike 1. You gave him credit, and I will too. Lincoln Reese has hung in here quite well. Not an easy thing as well, seeing that triple go over your strong center fielder's head. But he went right back to work, and he will continue to battle here as this one is down the line, foul. A nice swing from Beard, but hooking too far left ahead of it this time, and he is down on the count 0-2.
Yeah, nice hit there, just like you said, curved a little bit too far to the left and it's in foul territory.
Another chance for Lincoln Reese, 1 strike away. Or will that just be a mantra that the Aviators are haunted by? A big question on the 0-2. Foul back.
Don't jinx it now, Smee. Don't jinx it now. You didn't have to call him out like that.
I'm not calling out anybody. I'm just saying, get the third strike. Get the outs. Get out of the inning. Don't let it bother you. You're going to take it the wrong way with that score. I know that. Reese taking his time before the second 0-2. This one, a deep shot to center, but KB is there, and the side is retired. Redemption for Cam Burton and the defense able to get out of the jam after allowing a leadoff triple to Xander Triplett. Through 1, it looks like a good one in downtown Akron. No score as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to downtown Akron and Canal Park. No score on SmeeSports as you are watching OHSAA Baseball. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cooper Fontaine. Going back to the draft, we are moments away from the Cardinals pick. Do they pick and stick? Or is there a trade? And then beyond that, who goes 3?
I mean, like we kind of talked about pregame, there are some rumors about some pretty high trades going there, but we just saw it flash across the screen. They haven't made the playoffs since 2016, I think was the number, which is...
No, that's not true. They made it in 2021. A great start to that season.
It's something about 2016. I don't remember what it was.
Playoff win. Palmer got the win.
There you go. Last playoff win was in 2016.
Ball knowledge.
There you go. It's tough, but I think they're gonna pick, and they're gonna take Reese there with that 3rd pick.
Arvell Reese is going to be the pick. Now, I do think there is cause for Jeremiah Love, but I think he goes 4 to the Titans. But we'll save that for then. Back to the action we go. It's Lincoln Reese leading things off, and I love hearing the draft sound in the park. And I kind of joked with Coach Graffis earlier this week. If your pitcher's struggling, go out there and tell him that the Browns took Caden Proctor. All joking aside, that could be motivation. And Maley's first pitch will miss in the dirt, but you go back to Alliance's defense. What changed for them after giving up that leadoff triple? This Louisville team, they can score. They average 6.1 runs per game. They couldn't score with no outs and a runner 90 feet away.
Yeah, I think after that triple, Alliance's defense just locked it in, right? You talk about Lincoln Reese staying poised. He was able to close out the inning in a very strong way, and amidst everything else, Cam Burton was able to shake it off and close out the inning by catching that with getting that fly out. I mean, they're just able to shake it off.
And they're going to have to do that the rest of the way as Reese puts this one over towards short. Again, it's Zahler, and again, he's there for out number 1. My goodness, what an evening for Cody Zahler at shorts.
Yeah, man, Cody Zahler, he's just there. He's able to make every play. It's just fantastic watching him.
For our Tri-C fans, it looks like Braden Bortnick over at shorts. That's just incredible from Zahler. Nearly got past him, but in the end, that throw to 1 was right on the money. And on top of that, a nice little stretch from Brunoni confirmed it. And Maley right back to work. There is strike 1 on Charlie Icky. And no, it's Jeremiah Love.
Wow.
I'm not surprised. I'm not.
Yeah.
The 0-1 Icky fouls it off right towards Louisville's dugouts. Maybe that's Icky planting his flag in the dugout they thought they were going to use today.
Yeah, you may have seen him seated pregame over on the 3rd base dugout, but then as soon as they said, hey, we're going to play, they switched him. So,
It happens.
Yeah.
Maley's 0-2 is high, and that is the right call. I think you just kind of sail that one high, try to get a chase. And for Charlie Icky, that's a great take. But again, a beautiful night now that the storms have cleared out in downtown Akron. Maley's 1-2. Icky, a grounder over towards second. Again, it is Cordes, and his throw is on the money. It's the same exact game script from the first inning to the second. Put out by the shortstop, put out by the second baseman. The question is, do we once again see a play from Triplett and right?
I mean, obviously you can't be shocked, but I think what's been really big for me is the Aviators have not done a bad job. We've seen a lot of great contact being made. It's just that Louisville's defense is there every step of the way and being a bit of a nuisance for the Aviators hitting squad. I mean, they're not able to get anything through.
And on average technicality, it's the same defense twice. Both teams allow 4.5 runs per game. The difference is the offense. Alliance scores nearly 1 run more per game, 0.8 to be exact. But you have to consider the fact that they played 2 extra games and are on a really hot streak. The 2-0 again, he is in the dirt for ball 3. And right now, Parker Woods, he wants his chance in the on-deck circle. A big game for both teams, but Alliance, again, has to play tomorrow. And actually, now it's 2-2, so I think they called that one a strike before, which was a late signal.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
No, they have 3-1 down there.
Oh.
I'm so confused. And there's ball 4. So it was a 3-1 count. You had it right.
I don't think I had the strike on there. I don't know.
The strike was the 3-0 pitch. That's what they
Okay,
had
so
wrong.
so awesome.
But Alliance has a base runner. That is huge for them. You get somebody on, and now it's Parker Woods' chance with 2 down to try and move him along. The Aviators, though, still hitless this season inside of Canal Park. And that pitch will sail high. In the bottom of the inning for the Leopards, it is Roberts, Leggard, and Cordes. 6, 7, and 8 due up. And, of course, you know that Xander triplet is looming large at the top of the order on the lap back around. And he is a dangerous leadoff hitter. It's not often you see a guy with that kind of power in the leadoff spot. A lot of the time, that's your speed guy, but Louisville and Coach Drabick, they bring the boom right away. And I don't really hate it. The 2-0 hangs high for ball 3. And now if you're Beard, this is where A, your setup has to be low, but B, if this is ball 4, maybe you go out and talk to your pitcher, calm him down. And again, this Louisville coaching staff, top to bottom, littered with former D1 players. They know how to control the game as well. And they might have to here if this is ball 4. But first, Maley will step off, which is the right choice. After Woods, it would turn to Trevin Wilkes, who has been quite hot this season.
Another one of those sophomores making a big impact on the team.
And again, they will look over this time an actual throw to first. Oh no, look, a bug's in the middle of our camera. Just flying right through.
Fantastic. Hey, can't blame him. This is a game that you definitely don't want to miss.
And that pitch does not miss. It's strike 1 on the bottom of the zone. And now we're hearing that was a spider?
It appears to be. He's just dangling right there.
It is.
Look at him.
Not anymore. And that pitch is up and in for strike 2.
Now he's got an on-field view. How about it?
We'll go with that. I don't have the heart to tell you otherwise. Sorry, Coop. Full count 3-2 on Woods. Runner goes, and the pitch is wide for ball 4. That'll put 2 runners on. It's back-to-back walks, and Trevin Wilkes will have his chance for the Aviators.
And, I mean, right now, you look at one of the biggest moments of this game, Trevin Wilkes has a huge opportunity to open it up for the Aviators offense, and I think Louisville realizes that.
Time is called on the mound, and the pick is in for the Titans. This now has to be Arvel Reese, correct? I'm hearing Sonny Styles from Bryce. So Bryce is 3 for 3. We're 2 for 3 on the draft. And now my question for you, Cooper, is you look at this week after the Hoban games, how willing are you to get an arm in the game before the 4th? A new arm, that is. I don't think you're willing.
Yeah,
Neither team should be.
No, I don't think so.
And again, that perfect shot of the actual mound visit is courtesy of the Akron Rubber Ducks main camera. So, all right, let's see who's right. For our sake, to not lose to Bryce, we need this to be Arvel Reese. He'll know before they do. So back to the action we go. 2 on, 2 down for Trevin Wilkes. Alliance a chance to strike in the top of the 2nd inning. Oh, that pitch is high for ball 1, and it's Carnell Tate going to the Titans. All right, the night's over. The Browns are not going to make the playoffs next year. We'll see you next year.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, that was...
I'm sad now.
Dang.
That ruins the night, partially. The 1-0 in the zone, evening things up. So does that mean Proctor or Lomu is going to the Browns?
I don't... man, that
threw me.
Wow, yeah.
The 1-1, Wilkes will take it. A smart decision as it is in the dirts. And you look at the on-deck circle, not many number 9 hitters have the same poise and the same power as Cohen Hendershot, but as of late, he might be the best hitter in the lineup. And we are close to seeing him as it is a 3-1 count, and we are close to seeing 3 walks in a row with 2 away.
I was going to say, if Cohen Hendershot gets up to bat with the bases loaded, I mean, this is the man with the hottest hand on the Aviators squad, and it's in one of the biggest moments of the season.
And, of course, a great ballpark.
Yeah. He's got a chance to do some real damage when the lights are the brightest.
Maley's 3-1 is on the corner for strike 2, and the count reigns full. A big moment here for Maley and Wilkes. Louisville looking to get out of the jam. Alliance looking to keep it going. Runners go. The pitch is wide for ball 4. It is 3 consecutive walks, and the bases are now loaded for Cohen Hendershot.
I mean, just like we said, this is his moment. The lights are the brightest. You are on, I mean, literally the biggest stage. This is a minor league ballpark here, folks.
And this is where the OHSAA state title games will take place. So it is, for their sake, the biggest stage they will play on with the Aviators this season. And that pitch is up and out. That pitch kind of looked like a pitch out almost. And kind of based on how Beard received it, I don't think he was expecting it to go that haywire. 1-0 count on Hendershot. No pressure to swing right now. And still none. Up and in. If this is another walk, do you pull him?
Again, that's just a tough call to make, and I think you have to have confidence in your pitcher, but how long can that go?
And that pitch nearly hits Hendershot. It's a 3-0 count. And Hendo is 1 ball away from walking in the opening run. And the Aviators still are hitless this season at Canal Park. They could score a run before they get a hit. And they will not, as there is strike 1.
That's gonna end up being another one of those obscure Alliance Aviator baseball stats where you look at they won that Massillon game on only pass balls. Okay.
We're full.
Okay.
As well, entering play today, 11 walks on the year for merely 18 punchouts. And so far today, it's 3 walks to no case. Another payoff pitch for Maley. It's Hendershot, a blooper into right field, but it will be caught. Cordes brings it in, and the side is retired. Backs completely against the wall, nowhere else to go. Cordes with the outs, and the Louisville Leopards stand tall. Middle of 2 at Canal Park in downtown Akron. It remains scoreless on SmeeSports. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers, along with Channel 1022, for making tonight's telecast possible. And Cooper, we received some breaking news during the break, and the Cleveland Browns are still the Cleveland Browns. They have traded out of the number 6 spot with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Man.
I'm mad.
That I think I literally had my hand over my mouth for a solid
I threw my
30
notebook.
to 45 seconds. That was just
Ooh. An interesting strike call to get us underway in the bottom of the second inning.
I mean, this is a roller coaster of emotions right now.
An inconsistent zone so far, to say the least. The 0-1 also there. And it's quickly 0-2 on Max Roberts. A .286 average on the year with 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 1 stolen base. But Lincoln Reese is looking for his second punchy of the evening. Takes a second before, and it is fouled away, so it remains 0-2. As well, the Giants pick is in. I think now this becomes Arvell or Caleb Downs.
I don't know, man. I'm
Silver platter is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm on a roller coaster of emotions so far, so I wouldn't be shocked if something else crazy happens.
The 0-2 is flown into shallow right field. Now in foul territory. Ganny, he will catch up to it and make the play for out number 1. Excellent poise to bring it in after a long hustle to it.
Yeah, lost his hat in the meantime. He's going left, right, all over the place. But he ended up finding it and making the play. And I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day right there. If you're able to make that play, that's an out.
So 1 up, 1 down as here comes the DH and Marietta commit and Brock Leggerts. And he will fly this one into the shallow part of the infield. It looked way longer than that. But D'Angelo Fisk is easily there for out number 2. Got way too much underneath it. And now here comes Caden Cordes. Hey, 280 average on the year, but we've seen him make some nice plays at second. The middle infield right now for Louisville is dominating. Nothing is getting beyond them.
Yeah, I mean, both teams' defenses are just absolutely killing it right now. I mean, it's fun to watch, and I think that's something that you have to be able to appreciate is a good defensive game is fun to watch still.
And I would agree. Defense can bring you some really, really entertaining games. You go back to our nightcap on Father's Day 2025. It was OEB Rundgren and Premier Boris, which, of course, Ryan Boris, the owner of Premier, played for the Rangers back in his prime. 2 great players on the mound. Garrett Broadwater, the former West Branch, Carrollton Warrior. That could cause some outrage right there. But at the time, a Charleston commit and now a Charleston player. And then on the other end, a former Buckeye Buck and now Cincinnati pitcher and Scott DeMarco, 1-0 game on a sac fly. It was incredible. The 1-1, Cordes, a weak chopper foul. And that one will be put dead by Parker Woods. And speaking of Woods at third, let's set the rest of the defense for the Aviators tonight. It is Reese on the mound, Davis doing the catching. Ganny is at first, Fisk is at second, Iki is at short. Again, Woods is at third. Left to right in the outfield, Hendershot, Cam Burton, and Trevin Wilkes. 1-2 count on Cordes, the number 8 hitter. Reese looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he might get it. It's a one-hopper to Iki at short. The throw is right on the money to Jackson Ganny, and the inning is over. Reese forces a 1-2-3 defensive stand. 3 great plays. Ganny, Fisk, and Iki all doing damage for the Alliance Aviator defense. Through 2, it's a defensive battle. The only hit so far is Xander Triplett's leadoff triple in the bottom of the first. But beyond that, scoreless in Canal Park.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Well, welcome back to 717 Credit Union Park, a.k.a. Canal Park in downtown Akron. No score as we enter the top of the 3rd inning. But, Cooper, I'll let you beat Roger Goodell for a second. Who did the Giants pick at 5?
Picked up Arvel Reese. I mean,
I don't hate it. That's a great move to pair with Abdul Carter as that pitch is in the dirt. So right now, we're 3 for 5 because we had 3 and 4 wrong. I think Bryce is also 3 for 5 because I think he had somebody else going 5, correct? Okay, so he's 4 for 5, excuse me. So he is currently atop our leaderboard as this ball is flown over towards first, and the play is made for out number 1. A nice job tracking that one down in foul territory by Brunoni. So what are the details again? A 3rd rounder and 4th?
1st, 3rd, and 5th rounder.
Okay, that's terrible value. We could gripe about the Browns all day on that move, but I think we'll have plenty of time to do that as this broadcast goes on, as that pitch is in the dirt to Cam Burton. But why not get those 2 first from the Cowboys or somebody else?
Man, it's the Cleveland Browns. Don't ask me anything.
At that point, I just would have rather seen you get there first next year in a better draft.
Yeah, well, and here's what I'm going to say. We look at this game that's being delayed. It gets to a point where I'm almost happy it got delayed because now we can cover the NFL draft at the same time.
2 things at once. Multitasking. Hope they teach you that in school.
I mean, these viewers are getting
Everything.
they're getting everything they could ever need right now.
Count out 2-2 on Cam Burton as he waves and misses at that one. And we're just getting started. I mean, based on the late start, we could see top 10, maybe even top 14, 15 picks. Maley's 2-2. KB takes it in the dirt, and we are full. This is the top of the order for Alliance. So in the on-deck circle, it is Bo Davis, and after him, it turns to Lincoln Reese. If there was ever a time to get the base knock, it's now. Payoff pitch. It's up the middle, right to Maley on the rubber, and he will toss it over to Brunoni. Just like that, it's 2 up, 2 down again for the third consecutive inning. This defense just knows how to make plays, and Maley, to his credit, he has forced so many ground balls.
Yeah, I mean, again, both defenses making everything happen. We are at the top of the third right now, scoreless still, and it's been an entertaining game.
And Bo Davis wants to change that here as he will see ball 1 out wide. Of course, we have seen so many home runs this year, but I would be surprised to see one tonight.
Yeah, I find it less than likely as well.
It's just such a tough ballpark to go yard in. It's not like you have your basic high school fence. In right field, you need to go nearly 400. And beyond that, you have to also hit it over LeBron James's jersey. Easier said than done. The 2-0 Davis, a hard grounder, and Zaylor boots it into left center field. And the Aviators will get a base runner on with 2 away. And the question is, will they score an error or a base hit? That's the question. They will say an error. A rare mistake from Zaylor, but that ball was also screamed right at him.
I was going to say, that ball was absolutely steaming coming off of Bo Davis's bat. I mean, there's not too much you could have done there.
So now a chance for Lincoln Reese to do some damage. Entered play today batting .529. The Walsh commit, maybe the best hitter in Stark County so far this season, at least up there in the top 5. Of course, it's always tough to say with all those great Federal League players, and the guy to my right has had to face a lot of them in his day as a PO for Glen Oak. Still plenty of good guys left in that conference. Nice block behind the plate for ball 1, and speaking of behind the plate, that is Beard, so we'll set the defense. It is Maley on the mound. Beard behind the plate. Brunoni is at first. Quarters at second. Zaylor at short. Roberts at third. And from left to right in the outfield, it is Seaman, Baker, and Triplets. Maley's 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2. Mansour Delane is the pick for the Chiefs.
Man.
So we're all wrong. We really didn't say
Yeah.
it, but we both had Caleb Downs. I think Bryce did too. That's crazy. Throwback to one not in time.
Yeah, I think on Sunday.
He would have fallen the 9.
On Sunday on the Top Gun podcast, we're going to have an absolute field day going over this draft.
And now that Browns trade back looks a little bit better. I don't hate it as much now. Ask me in 10 minutes, though, my thoughts. That pitch is low, the back pick not in time. So now I think you see down 7. Then you have a question. If Styles is there, do you trade back again? Could the Cowboys jump whoever's at 10, or are they at 10? No, they're 11.
Yeah.
Interesting. Here's a 2-1. Davis goes. The pitch is for a strike, and Davis will have the stolen base. A nice little side swing attempt from Bo. Just got right behind the coverage. Even counting out 2-2 on Lincoln Reese, and we'll see if that is changed or not as on the board. There it is now, 2-2. But a chance for Lincoln Reese to drive in Bo Davis. Scoreless so far. The Aviators wanting to change that right now at the top of their order. And Maley will call time. And as of right now, no action in the bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And Reese, a hard hit ball down the left field line, and it is fair. Davis will take the turn. He will go home, and he will score. It is an RBI double for Lincoln Reese, and the Aviators will strike first at Canal Park. Again, it's number 0, the hero of Alliance.
0 to hero. I mean, Lincoln Reese, like you said, one of the best, if not the best, in Stark County. The pinpoint precision, putting that ball in play down that left field line, that was a beauty. And that'll get one in. Aviators take the lead.
And he let him know over at second base. Reese able to trade spots with Davis, and now Iki a chance to drive him in. The first hit this season for Alliance at Canal Park in 2 games, and it's an RBI double for one of their best.
I was going to say, it's an absolute beauty there. I mean, Lincoln Reese, that is what Lincoln Reese does.
He hugged the line perfectly. The 1-0 is in the dirt. A great spot for Alliance right now. If Iki can do a job here, even if he just keeps the inning going, you bring up Ganny who can do some damage, then Parker. You're in a good spot to bring in at least one more. Of course, you've already brought in that one, but maybe 2 or 3 this inning in general. The 2-0 Iki will take strike one, and that's one I think you have to take.
And what the Aviators have done remarkably well is, even with 2 outs in both the second and third, they've been able to settle in and still get their offense going.
All it is timing for this Alliance team. You've won your last 7 games. You don't want your bitter rival, albeit non-conference, to come in here and take that away from you. You want to make it 8, and then tomorrow make it 9 before you play Minerva. The 3-1 is wide and in the dirt for ball 4. How about it for the Aviators? 2 on again with 2 down.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun time for Jackson Ganny. See if he can make something happen. Again, one of the key sophomores on this team, looking to make a big difference in a big game.
What is different about this Alliance team? We've talked about it all year with Alliance Athletics, football, first home playoff game in program history, basketball, first regional appearance since the 1980s. And this baseball team, special as well.
I mean, yeah, there's so many good things to look at. This is a hard-fought team. Coach Graffis has them in an absolute gauntlet this year. They had a tough schedule last year, but I think right now there's just so many of these guys, these sophomores, who are able to step up and bring this team together. It's miraculous what they've been able to do.
Downs all the way around, though, for 7, just to make sure we're all clear for our predictions. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. We do have some discrepancy as there is the 1-0 in the zone, evening things up. It's an interesting call. We'll see if Bryce is right. If Bryce is right, that could be a good show. The 1-1 breaks in beautifully from Maley.
We might have to host that every year on draft night coming up. The Bryce is right. See how he does in his predictions for the NFL draft.
Pat McAfee has his alternate cast. We have our own Pat McAfee right next to us.
There you go. I mean,
Okay. You're not wrong. The 1-2, it's there for strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. First punch out of the day from Maley gets the job done and shuts down the Aviator offense. But not before Lincoln Reese, a jump down the left field line, brings in Davis. And that makes it 1-0 Aviators. Middle of 3 in downtown Akron. 1-0 your score. Alliance on top.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to
Louisville's offense has some work to do in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 your score, Alliance on top, courtesy of the man on the mound in Lincoln Reese. And what a hit it was, Cooper. Walk us through it.
well, I mean, you have the best batter in Stark County, the best hitter. I should say. And he just, like you said, a gem, just right down that left field line, skips just inside the base, and he kept it fair, and that's an RBI double for him. Bo Davis scores. I mean, it was just a beauty of a thing to watch.
And Louisville immediately tries bringing out the small ball, but the bunt is not there. And now the 0-1 will miss low, evening things up. It is Seaman, Triplett, and Zahler. 9-1 and 2 due up this inning for the Leopards. We know the power at the top of the order. All it takes is a couple of well-placed hits and some timely hitting, and Louisville is right back in this game. And Alliance understands that as well. The 1-1 is going to miss. While they're not in the actual bullpen, there is some action off to the side for the Louisville Leopards as they are getting an arm warm. As we kind of said, you get your pitcher through 3 innings at least, you're in a okay spot to go to your pen. The 2-1 right up the middle and through into center field. A beautiful piece of hitting for Luke Seaman. And the leadoff man is on for the Leopards, exactly what the doctor ordered. And here comes the triple master in Xander Triplett.
I mean, literally could not be more right up the middle. I think it skipped over second. Like, just...
From a symmetry standpoint, that's right down the middle. I think if you fold this diamond over the center, that's exactly where the ball went.
Yeah, I mean, and it was right... Again, beautiful placement.
And a chance for Louisville to tie this game up now. Triplett is on it, fouling it back. You know he wants to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, he cannot be thinking triple or bust. I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think you have to, especially in a situation like this, you're going to take whatever you can get.
And if it's a triple, you'll take it. The 0-1 is high. But entering play today, a .484 average for the Finley commit. He'll be a great player for them over the next 4 years. And seeing him last summer, no surprise. He brought the power in the summer. Beyond that, when the top 3 of your order is Jackson Anthony, Xander Triplett, and Bo Davis, that shouldn't be allowed. That Release Edwards team has so much talent. And oh, by the way, their number 4 hitter is going to Wright State. It's Grant Lashutka. We've been saying it as well. Jared Edwards, he is going to be a head coach somewhere very soon. And he showed us why this summer. Pretty sure the Bo Davis can attest to that as well. 1-2 count on Xander Triplett. Runner goes. The pitch is low and wide, and there is no attempt from Davis. An excellent jump and an excellent stolen bag for the Leopards.
That's definitely a tough bag to steal, especially when you're looking at Bo Davis at home. I mean, we know his arm talent is off the charts as a catcher.
We saw it last night with a throw out at second base. Reese now the 2-2. In the dirt, it skips away from Davis. One of the only balls this season that have gotten away from the YSU commit. And the Leopards will definitely take it now 90 feet away from tying this game.
Yeah, I mean, when you say you'll take anything you can get, that right there, you will absolutely take that. And now they're in a great position with no outs to tie up the game.
Full count here, and even if this is a walk, you put runners at the corners. I would assume Triplett takes off. From there, when in Rome. All eyes, though, on this payoff pitch. Reese won't get the job done. It's wide for ball 4. And Triplett will take his base, setting up Cody Zahler. An error the last time we saw him. You talk about a guy who is due for redemption, this time offensively. Number 12 fits the bill. And now my question is, should we see Coach Morrison go and call time?
Again, that's a tough call to make. I think you have to have trust in your pitcher. He already got you out of a tough situation, but it's just a matter of how many times he can keep doing that, and you want to have a little more wiggle room.
I would agree. The first and third play is on. I would assume it's going to be a cutoff if he does throw. Triplett, he will break here. The pitch is wide, and what do you know, it's a cutoff. But nearly a ball that got into center field. A nice block from Iki. And that's not just sign stealing ways. That's not what I did. It's simply understanding the situation and understanding what we've seen this season in the OHSAA. We've seen it so many times. I think more times than not, you're going to see a short cut or a second cut. And a good job from Triplett, not really buying into it. And same with Seaman over at third. And now a 2-0 count on Zahler, a chance to blow this game open. And then after that, one of the top 10 outfielders in the class of 2028 is in the on-deck circle. Forget tying the game. Louisville wants the lead. They want it all here. Reese's 2-0. Zahler flies it foul, and it is over the box. It'll hit on top. I wonder how Bryce is going to go and try to find that baseball after this. Ladder? All right, who's going here, do you think? This has to be Caleb Downs.
Yeah, I mean, that's... yeah, it's got to be.
I would assume. Or Fano's another good call. The 2-1, Zahler down the left field line, but just foul. Lincoln Reese nearly had the same exact play that he hit a double on go against him for a double. In that sense, Lightning would have struck twice. Count out 2-2. Even some weak contact off towards the right side most likely ties it. Reese's 2-2. Zahler takes, and we are full. So forget about weak contact. If it's not close, you're taking, and you're forcing Alliance's hand. Time locally as well, 8:58, so nearing the 9 o'clock hour. The fans have waited here a long time. And Leopard Nation, they want to see something crazy here, and I have a feeling we're going to see something crazy here from the draft in a few seconds. Payoff pitch is wide for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Absolute scenes in the bottom of the third. No runners on. The bases are juiced, and Alliance is going to go and call time. And it's not Coach Morrison. I believe that's Graffis.
Yeah, that's a Graffis walk right there. His head is in the dirt, and you know what? It's definitely not a great look what we've seen so far this inning. I think a lot can be improved on, especially in terms of what's coming on from the mound from Lincoln Reese. I think he's walked the past 2.
Oh, final score from Tri-C. Holy Name comes back to beat CVCA.
Wow.
7-6. Shout out Harry Frank. Again, in talking about Holy Name, when Russ or Harry is pitching, they're a tough out.
Man, yeah.
I'm happy for them. I mean, good for that group. To beat CVCA, though.
That's different right there.
And now even more so, that loss to EC looks so bad in the conference because you're a split away from Padua splitting the conference with you now. That's big. But bases loaded here. Reese will stay in. And this ball is flown foul by John Baker. But for those just tuning in, bases loaded here. And I think we mentioned it, Jordan Tyson is a Saint. And the Browns might be able to get Caleb Downs.
That would be an absolute, steal. Holy smokes.
Agreed. The 0-1 fouled back. Now, I will take back my notepad throw and everything bad I've ever said about Andrew Berry if they come out of here with Caleb Downs.
That would be nasty. That would be actually
And hold on a second here. We have a conversation between all 3 umpires. I don't think catcher's interference is on the table, but could it be?
Whoa.
Are they calling it a balk? I would assume that is what it is, but we're tied at 1 now.
Talk about innovative ways to score.
Catcher's interference.
Wow.
So it was catcher's interference after all. Again, a rare mistake from Bo Davis.
Yeah. If you're Louisville, you will absolutely take it every day of the week.
So now Brunoni has a chance here. The first time I'm writing CI as an abbreviation in my notebook. Bases loaded, no one down for the Mount Union commit. And you look at that Mount Union team, there is an opening at first base. It's kind of a rotation of guys. Could Brunoni be that next guy to take over? Big question. He has Aaron Tucker and Luke Perkins in his way right now. The 1-0 wide for ball 2, and if he can learn to play the position, even Trevor Zeckley could play there. But I think if he's a defensive guy, he's going to play second. Or could be outfield and place a Thesaurus next year. But we'll talk about Mount Union baseball in a little bit as they are now number 8 in the country. Impressive. The 2-0 right down Broadway. And of course, I'm biased, but You think of another minor league team in the area, the Crushers. Not Crushers, rather the Captains. They could be seeing the Mount Union Purple Raiders in late May. I wouldn't hate it. And for those who don't know, that would be for the College World Series. The 2-1, a laser from Brunoni down in right field. The Leopards will take their first lead of the evening. It's an RBI single for the Mount Union commit. And just like that, this game favors the Leps. Perfect placement from Brunoni just in front of Trevin Wilkes.
Yeah, and then even when Trevin picked it up, just couldn't quite get it in his glove, bobbled it around a little bit, and that certainly didn't help the situation, but just kind of an unfortunate series of events for the Aviators here.
And Wilkes is lucky another run didn't come around to score, as that would have been an error and advancement. You go back to yesterday, Coach Graff even mentioned it a lot. They didn't make any errors. They didn't kick the ball around the yard. That's why they were so successful against West Branch. And now Beard has a chance as that pitch is in the dirt. I think you and I are both in agreement. If this is a walk or damage, it's the Co show.
Yeah, I think.
Or KB.
Yeah.
I do think Cohen before KB, though.
But either way, I think a change will have to be made.
A good drive deep to left field on the 1-0. Plenty of carry. And it is going to be down. It's dropped. One run will score. They will send a second home. Both will come around to score. It is a costly error from the Aviators, and that'll make it 4-1 Louisville. The game, just like that, has flipped on its head. That's Hendershot out there in left, but that was a tough one to track down.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it on your screen. Did he touch it? The board says hit. So I don't think he got there.
Yeah, well, and that ball had so much carry on it. I thought it was going all the way.
And there it is. The Browns drafted Spencer Fano. The Giants are going to get Caleb Downs at 10, aren't they? No. No, you don't get it. You're going to win at this point, Bryce. But what a swing. They're going to call it a 2 RBI double for Jake Beard. The Malone commits. And there are still no outs this inning.
Yeah, I think that's the big kick in the pants right on top of this for the Aviators is no outs so far.
That's an analogy. I don't hate it. You're branching out there. I respect it. Reese's 1-0 is there for strike one. After all the momentum that Alliance had in the top of the third inning, this is the absolute worst case scenario. And oh, look at that. Out there in left, they have Fano on the board. We'll see if we can get a shot of that one over there. That's a nice touch from the Rubber Ducks. I love it. Shout out to everybody in the control room next to us.
I was going to say, they've been doing a fantastic job all night. We've seen some of the stuff that they've been working on, and
it's impressive.
It looks really good.
A 3-0 count here, and there it is. So now there is strike one. I thought the pitch looked high. A chance, though, for Louisville to do even more damage, and all of this started from catcher's interference. And it looks like there was a bunch of action in the bullpen, and finally people are coming back. I'm seeing number 13 lead them back. Could this be Gage Lyons coming out of the pen?
That would, oh man, that would be.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's definitely not who I expected.
So surely the Giants are going downs here. We'll get to that in a second. The 3-1, a fly ball sent into left field. Shallow this time. Hendershot crashing in on it, and it will fall. It is a high RBI single for Max Roberts, and that'll make it 5-1 Louisville. The rout continues in the bottom of the third inning. And now time is called. I believe this will be the call to the bullpen. And speaking of things continuing, the Caleb downslide continues. It's Maluoga going at 10 to the Giants. But time called here. Here comes Gage Lyons onto the mound. We're going to keep it up here during the break, Cooper. So let's talk draft again. Your thoughts on that pick? You need somebody to go alongside with your already franchise tackle, Andrew Thomas. Is Maluoga the guy you want? And the Cowboys just traded up probably for Caleb Downs.
Yeah. I think at this point, when you look at how much Downs has dropped, that's almost a chance that you have to take right there. I mean,
And Bain's still on the board, too.
Yeah, I mean, we are witnessing some crazy stuff going on in this NFL draft, but I think Maowoga, and again, I'm never good with the Polynesian or Pacific Asian Islander names, but I think that's a definitely a player that you could rely on. He got the ACC Best Blocker Award. He is, or they had it on there. Yeah, ACC Jacobs Blocking Trophy winner. So I think he's a fantastic player, but I mean there's so much to consider, especially when you look at all the shifting going around right now. Most recently, we just discussed Cowboys moving up to 11.
And speaking of shifting, let's talk about Gage Lyons getting his third appearance of the year. 6 innings of work so far. A massive spot. Lincoln Reese, a great start to the game, but it fell apart in the bottom of the third inning, and a lot of it was just uncharacteristic mistakes for Alliance. The same mistakes that, when avoided, allowed them to win 7 straight.
Yeah, I mean, you look at just even that last one, that little pop fly dropped right into no man's land, and no one picked it up. Should have been an easy out, but just an uncharacteristic error of the Alliance Aviators, and that's something that you really have to get under control if you want to stay in this game.
As we toss it back down to the field for Louisville, it is going to be Brock Leggert, the DH, back in. But what a result now in the bottom of the third inning. 5-1 Louisville on 5 hits. As of right now, outside of errors, it is a perfect scoreboard, as Cameron Gazzo likes to say. And again, a final score update for those just tuning in. Holy Name gets the upset win 7-6 over CVCA. I know, I'm surprised. I think Bryce is too. But again, Harrison Frank and Russell Macedo, those two guys can win you games. First pitch from Lions, fouled back by Leggert. And I think Marietta going into next year, they're going to need the 2 big Stark County guys in Brock Woods and, well, Brock Leggert to step up. And he steps up here. It's a liner into left field and through. They will send 1 run home. Woods, a chance to gun him down, and he will! There is out number 1. An excellent relay from the third baseman. And how do you do, KB, now in the game and left?
And I don't hate that pick. I think moving him over there, as he is probably one of, if not your best outfielder, I think having him out there is definitely a good pick. And like we saw right there, I mean, it paid off, as well as Parker Woods. They're able to make things happen, but only after 5 runs have been scored.
It's still going to be a single for Leggert, but now Cordes steps in. That's a momentum play. And for Bo Davis, that is a chin-up play. Hung in there behind the plates. And that pitch is fouled off, and I think Davis did get a rough end of it. But again, Cooper, of course, is it ideal that we started at 8:06 tonight? No. Is it going to be ideal for class tomorrow? Absolutely not. But I think the big notice here, Aviator Nation and Leopard Nation still able to come out here and support their teams. And beyond that, we're having a great time up here talking about the draft, too.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
We are loving it up here. I mean, it's really fun. We're in a fantastic stadium.
And a fantastic drive again to left field. Another one, this time Cordes. And the bases will now be loaded. It is the 5th consecutive base hit for Louisville. And they are just jumping out in front of every single Gage Lions pitch. And now the man who led off the inning with a single, Luke Seaman, will step back in. He will be the 10th hitter of the inning with 1 down. We're through only a third of the inning.
That's just, I mean, that's crazy.
But you saw KB, he came up throwing. That's the right decision there, just kind of based on what we saw last time. And the bunt is shown. But going back to what you were saying, I like these kinds of broadcasts. Of course, we have the ones that there's nothing else going on. It's just game talk. But when we can kind of unbutton the top collar and take a step back and just enjoy what's happening, those are my favorite kind of broadcasts. As the bunt is down, over towards first, they throw home, and Bo Davis drops it. The run will score in the end. Excellent hustle all the way around, and that'll make it 6-1 Louisville. A close play at the plate. The right move from Ganny. Just Bo came off too soon.
Yeah, he turned looking for the runner and just lost control of the ball. I mean, Bo Davis fantastic player, but you really want to see him settle in right now as there's just a lot of uncharacteristic stuff going on behind
A
home plate.
6-hit inning, though, for Louisville.
I'll say the Aviators had one in the top of the third, and so far Louisville answering six-fold.
And the bases are still loaded. Keep that in mind.
That's why I said so far. There's
And
still a lot
Xander
of
Triplett, you know him.
There's still a lot of work to be done if you're the Aviators. Only one out.
And what kind of swing does Xander Triplett bring to the table? Right now, none, as he is quickly down on the count 0-2. But once again, thank you to the Akron Rubber Ducks for having us out tonight, and again, for allowing us to use their main overhead camera as a part of their broadcast setup. It's a really nice camera. Lions' 0-2 is in the dirt. But I really feel like just looking out into the Akron sky and the skyline itself, just a beautiful city, beautiful town, and just a beautiful way to watch some Thursday night baseball. The 1-2 fouled back. This is how baseball is supposed to be played in primetime. And again, tomorrow we were supposed to have Marlington and Lakeview, but due to the impending rain, that game will be canceled. At least on our end. I think they're going to play it, but with the risk of rain and the lack of staff, we have decided to opt out of that game and set our sights to Tri-C on Saturday. The 1-2 triplet into left field. It's down. 1 run will score. They will send a second home. And now they will bring him right back to third. And they got him again. No, they say he's safe. It'll go down as an RBI single for Xander Triplett. That'll make it 7-1. And we are going to watch that one back on the replay. I thought they got him on the relay attempt back.
I did too.
And we just got word that Caleb Downs is a Cowboy. Going to Jerry World. So again, KB comes up throwing. Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Cordes maybe got lucky as there is strike one. But a 6-run inning, or rather a 7-run inning so far. All of the scoring done in 1 inning.
Again, that's why I said six-fold for now, as Louisville just folded that one over another time.
Zaylor over towards third. There is one across the diamond. It's in time, and the inning will end there. A nice 5-3 double play set up by Parker Woods as he gets all 3 outs this inning. But how about the Louisville Leopards? They bat around, and they do damage 7-fold in the bottom of the 3rd inning. To the 4th we go. It's the Leps up by 6.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
On to the top of the 4th inning we go. If you would have told anybody that 7-1 would be your score after what we saw in the top of the 3rd inning, they wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't believe you. I mean, definitely not what you want to see if you're the Aviators. Obviously, you are a team with a high-powered offense, but certainly your defense is better than that.
Parker Woods leading things off for the Aviators. It goes Woods, Wilkes, and Hendo. 7, 8, and 9 due up. And I believe Hendershot will now move to the DH spot and hit in place of Gage Lyons. That's what I would assume happens, but it's unconfirmed as of right now. And actually, I think Gage has his helmet on. Ground ball over towards Zaylor at short, and he will throw through easily to first base in time. 1 up and 1 quickly down for the Leopard defense. And, of course, their goal right now is to get their offense right back out there.
Yeah, I mean, especially after the show that we just saw. I mean, their offense was putting on an absolute clinic. Like we said, 7 runs, 1 inning. Shocking.
It really was. And there is strike 1 to Wilkes, and there it is. It is Gage Lyons in the on-deck circle. So he will hit in place of Cohen Hendershot. At least as of right now. We'll see if that does stand true. I would assume it does, but you never know. A 1-1 count on Wilkes, who walked his first time up. A member of the walk committee, as 3 guys in a row, 6, 7, and 8 all walked. And he is on pace to do it again, counting out 2-1. On Louisville's end, Maley, believe it or not, you look at the way this game is going, he currently has a 1-hitter. And it's impressive to see that. Count out 2-2. In the on-deck circle again, it's going to be Gage Lyons in place of Cohen Hendershot. The Leopards looking for 2 up, 2 down. And they will have to wait. That pitch waves well wide. Full count now, 3-2. How big would a runner be here for Alliance? Of course, you need to really chip away, but how much chipping do you have to do, and how much scrapping do you have to do in comparison?
I think down 7-1, a runner would be absolutely huge right here. I mean, pivotal. You want to get runners on base early. You look at these past 2 innings, and they've got runners on base after the first 2 outs have been made in a row. They need to attack early for sure.
And there is strike 3 looking. 2 up, 2 down. Maley paints the corner perfectly. His second punchy of the evening. And we're just getting word that the Dolphins drafted Caden Proctor. Notice how we kind of given up on the game because we have no idea what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're multitasking, but like this draft has been absolutely bonkers.
Indeed, as there is ball 1 to Gage Lyons. So far on the year, Gage is batting .091. 1 double, and that is his lone hit of the year. And we go back to it against JFK. It nearly was a home run. Just trying to find rhythm since then, and I believe has played a little bit on JV. Which I don't hate that call. You give him a chance to go down to the lower level, get his swing fixed, get everything back in order, and now, when the lights are brightest, you give him a chance to do some damage. In the bottom of the inning for Louisville, though, it'll turn to Baker, Brunoni, and Beard. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up. And, of course, right now, in the front of their mind, more runs.
Absolutely. You have to make up that gap somehow. I mean, 7-1 is a gigantic margin.
And you look at it, if their offense can get hot at the right time, they could run roll the Aviators. Here's the 1-2. It is in the dirt. So far this season, in almost 7 innings now, Alliance has 1 hit and 1 run.
Not what you would expect from the Alliance Aviators, a team with a very strong offense, but...
And albeit one of those games was against Berlin Highland.
And in some tough matchups as well, right? You have to consider who they're playing, but, I mean, still just uncharacteristic, I would say.
Best way to put it. Payoff pitch, Lions, a weak chop up the middle, just past Maley on the mound, but his throw to 1 is in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Louisville gets the Aviators in order in the top of the 4th inning, and their offense, it is hungry to do some more damage when we return at the halfway point of this Thursday night matchup. It's 7-1, all Louisville on SmeeSports. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to Heather Prince of Howard Hanna along the Sports Zone, and of course our broadcast partners at Channel 1022 for making tonight's telecast possible. To the bottom of the fourth inning we go. 7-1 your score. Louisville pulled away in the bottom of the third inning, and they look to continue piling on the runs in the bottom of the fourth. And a prime opportunity to do it and the 3, 4, 5 spot in their order. It is Baker, Brunoni, and Beard. And all three guys with the last name beginning with B. Big baller brand right here as there is a hefty swing off towards the left side. And it is going to drop foul off the net. Who wants it?
Hey, you got 3 aviators in the vicinity.
Everybody was going for it. And I still love how every time the pick is in, we hear the little draft jingle over the loudspeaker.
I mean, it's just the cherry on top here.
Why not? It's a full party in the production room next to us. Continue to have a good time tonight as it's a late day at the office. The 2-1 again, flown foul. And this one's going towards a sweep. And it's going to hit off and bounce down.
Someone's going to get a souvenir.
This is one that's a very memorable one. And of course, this is one you don't have to throw it back. The 2-2 fouled away. This isn't like games at Alliance High School where if you have a foul ball, guess what? You're giving it back to the umpires. Here, not so much. Especially the one that is on the roof. You are not going to get to that one. Lions, the 2-2. Hard grounder and through. It's a seeing eye single. An excellent piece of hitting for John Baker. There's a reason why he is one of the best sophomores in the class of 2028.
And again, just fantastic placement, threading the needle, something that the Leopards have done really, really well tonight.
They now have 9 hits, 8 of which have come, of course, no outs yet, in the last 3 outs. So, 1 inning. And the difference is the leadoff triple going back to the first from Xander Triplets. And don't forget, Alliance at one point led this game. Up 1-0 in the top of the third inning, and then a big rally from Louisville.
I think it was more than big. That was a gigantic rally. I mean, it really, really just changed the whole tone of this game for them and set the scoreboard ablaze.
And they want to keep it going. The 0-1, though, fouled back. And immediately caught by Davis. Maybe got a piece of it, maybe not. But quickly 0-2. You get the out here, you set up the double play ball, and I'm sure this defense, and the offense for that matter, would greatly appreciate it. And instead, it has to be blocked by Davis. And speaking of Bo, at one point in this game, if it gets close again, do you bring on Bo to pitch?
Yeah, again, I think it depends. We expected the Aviators to go to Hendershot or KB on the mound.
Runner goes, pitch is low, and there is no attempt down to second. It's a free bag for John Baker.
But the Aviators went to Lions on the mound, and I think there's so many different directions that they could go with it, but bringing Bo on the mound wouldn't be awful.
You go back to last night, KB threw 2 innings. On Tuesday, Bo pitched, but he is eligible again. The 2-2 fouled back. A nice little lofty glide towards the back netting. And that's well for those playing the game at home of, what time is it? It is 9:26. A little past your bedtime.
Yeah, I definitely would like to be home right now, but alas, oh no, I'm stuck watching Aviator baseball. I'm very happy to be here.
The 2-2 hard liner foul.
Ty Simpson.
Oh, a big development from the draft. Ty Simpson is off the board.
Wow.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I just heard Drew Aller is next. That is the best joke I've heard all night. No offense to the Medina legend, but that's a good one. Now the 2-2 again. Why not another foul ball and a coaching fielding play at first? Plenty of athleticism from the Louisville Leopards. Not even limited to just their players. You know what? It's fun to watch this draft and call a game at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
It's off the rails now. Runner goes, and Lions, he will throw, but that has to be a balk, and it will be.
Yeah.
You just have to deliver there. I get why he's doing it, but you just have to understand, all right, you're in the motion, let's get the out of the plate and work with it.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a free base.
When you got all the extra lollygagging, it just makes it too messy.
And the 2-2 is caught by Davis on the light tip for out number 1. First punch out of the day for Gage Lions, and he needed that one. Brignoni gets shut down, and that'll bring up Jake Beard, the catcher. A 2 RBI double his last time up. Again, a late night here at Canal Park in downtown Akron due to the fact this game started an hour and 8 minutes late. Not really a bad thing, though, a late day at the office, as, again, it has given us a very beautiful, beautiful skyline. But I'm sure if you told Anthony Wayne and Amherst still they had to go play in these conditions again, they would not be too happy with you. Going back to what happened in the state championship game. The 0-1 flown foul. I'm sure we can just really have a full segment talking about the state championships. Give them all credit, though, for getting in, considering how much it rained that weekend. Really, the only good day to play was Sunday. Saturday, it rained the whole entire day. And again, that's where we had a 10-10 first pitch in the Division II title game. Absurd. The 0-2, just off the plate. A good miss from Lions. And still, despite the time, still a good amount of fans for both teams. It'll be a late night for them. The 1-2 in the dirt. Count now even 2-2. Going back to the run support. You get out number 2 at the plate. That run over at third, it still matters. It still is there. But it's less of a threat. And you wouldn't mind that being less of a threat. Instead, it's a good drive deep to left field. Still going back. KB looking to track it down. He will on the warning track for out number 2. But it's an easy tag up there. An excellent job to bring that one in. And that'll make it 8-1 Louisville. But that ball in most ballparks would have been gone. And that's the difficulty of playing here at Canal Park.
And as well, you have to give credit to KB for tracking that one out so deep. One that, again, normally would be out of there.
I would agree. I think, Bryce, you agree. In most ballparks, that is a clear home run. But not tonight. Louisville, though, still plating 1. And that's huge again. You get run support on your side. You're now up by 7. So even if Alliance comes out here and plates 5, you're in a really solid spot to walk out of here with the win. You just have to keep taking care of business. Easier said than done. All of this is easier said than done, and you and I both know that. And to their credit as well, so do both sides. The 2-0, a grounder over towards third. Woods will charge it, but they will call it foul as I believe it hit off the plate. Count out 2-1. Looking at Alliance tomorrow, I'm sure they really wouldn't mind if it rains. Going out to Akron Ellet.
Oh, yeah.
You got to save pitching for that game, too. The 2-1, another good shot, but well foul. And that'll ping off of the picnic tables out on the left side. Beautiful lower concourse, though.
Oh, yeah. And you know what I really like?
Their food?
It's all marked off over to that left field as foul territory. Like
Oh, it is. I like it.
FOWL. Very
Ah,
punny.
wordplay. And that'll make it full 3-2.
I love a good pun.
Me too. Always have to joke just a little bit. The base is clear here. The payoff pitch, it is high for ball 4, and the inning will continue. So now here comes Brock Leggerts. So far today, a single and a pop-out for the DH. Looking at Alliance next inning, it is the top of their order, and they need to get a rally going. As well, the Ravens just made their selection. Ione out of Penn State, the guard. I think Bain is still on the board. Grounder over towards third, and it's just past Parker Woods' glove. And that one will be scored, the first error of the night on the Aviators, and that'll keep the inning going. And you can just tell the way that he reacted. He knows that glove has to be down on the dirt.
Yeah, he was not happy with that one. You had a chance right there to end the inning, and you just could not make it happen.
So now Cordis a chance to do some damage again. These Leopards in such a great spot right now. 9 hits, 1 mistake. Alliance 1 hit, 1 mistake. A big difference, an 8-0 run if you look at the game after Alliance opened up the scoring in the third. A ball right up the middle, a skip to my loop play, but Fisk will take it to the bag at 2 to retire the side. Only 1 run scores this time around for the Leopards in the bottom of the 4th inning. Off to the 5th we go. It is getting late in downtown Akron, and we go back to the top of the order for the Aviators when we return. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to To the 5th inning we go in downtown Akron. 8-1 your score. Louisville on top of Alliance as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
Downtown and down 7. The Aviators need a rally here to get back into this game.
A lot of talk about being downtown, down 7, but it's the top 3 of their order due up here. This is where you can rally. You get Maley out of the game if he has a rough start. You go to a bullpen arm, and from there you hit around. You take care of business that way, and you're looking at a new ball game. Fisk fouls this one off the top of the box.
Oh, man.
That looked like a really crunching sound opposed to a normal hit.
And it looked like after it just hit that top part, it just went straight down. A little scary.
I'm glad we're inside.
Yeah.
Probably still wants to catch a foul ball or 2 tonight, though. The 1-1 breaks in, and Fisk is jammed up. It is popped towards Brunoni at first, and he will make the play easily. It's 1 up, 1 down. That's what this defense does so well. Alliance is yet to get their leadoff man aboard today. That's a big difference in this game. And the crazy thing is, going back to the draft, we might be halfway through the first round by the time we're out of here, and we probably will be.
I was going to say, I remember we talked at the beginning, we said we might get through 15 picks. Well, right now, it's the Buccaneers pick, and they pick at 15, so.
And again, Louisville, if they score 3 runs in the bottom of the inning and Alliance scores none here, the game is over. And I think Louisville would definitely appreciate a run rule victory on this late Thursday night. Both sides have school tomorrow. You have to keep that in mind. These are student athletes.
All right, we're not at Pittsburgh. School is not getting canceled because of the draft, so.
Not that lucky.
Oh, no.
Beautiful breaking ball again from Maley. That has been his best pitch today. And then the 0-1 goes right back to it this time, misses inside. Again, we will not have a broadcast tomorrow, but on Saturday, join us 1 and 3:30 p.m. at Ron Model Field. Tri-C versus Addison State OCCAC baseball. And then they'll lead us into next week where the beginning of the schedule is kind of blurred, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Alliance Minerva baseball, and of course, Alliance looking to win the conference in those games. The 2-1 breaks in, and KB will send it out into center field, but tracked down and caught by Baker for out number 2. A nice simple play to make out in center. And 2 up, 2 down will bring up Bo Davis. Again, right now, Maley, a one-hitter.
Yeah, wow. He's been putting on a clinic too with all of this Louisville defense. I mean, just crazy stuff going on here.
Really impressive work from this Louisville defense all the way around. And again, just no answer to that breaking ball, as there it is again. For the Leopards in the bottom of the inning, it'll turn to Seaman, Triplett, and Zahler. 9-1 and 2 due up. But 8-1 your score. Alliance looking to get at least 1 across this inning. And you have Lincoln racing the on-deck circle, so this is the combination to do it. But going back to it, until you find a way to properly hit the breaking ball, you are going nowhere. That is the pitch of choice right now for Maley, and it has been deadly. Pretty much every single pitch except that one has been, and that time it's just high heat up and in.
Yeah, Bo chased it, and now 2 strikes. Dude.
And Maley,
Wow.
nasty breaking ball, corner, inning, done.
I was waiting for it, dude.
Third
Wow.
punch out of the day for Maley gets the job done in the top of the 5th. And it's back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Here it is again on the replay. As I just said, unless you find a way to hit that pitch, your offense is going nowhere. And the offense of Louisville, you know where they're going? Right back to the plate when we return. 8-1 your score, middle of 5 in downtown Akron. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportszone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. 8-1 your score in downtown Akron as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. A beautiful night for baseball in downtown Akron and a beautiful night for a leadoff hard 90 apparently. And that is the ideal starters, I believe. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with Xander Triplett.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe ideal for Louisville. Definitely not what you want to see if you're Alliance out of Gage Lions.
And as well, we're getting some word on the draft. We did mention before, Ruben Bain just got drafted by the Buccaneers, so his slide will end. And now we have a pinch runner here. This is going to be Krillo coming in the game. And Bryce just gave a really good point for the Jets of drafting Kenyon Sadiq. But we mentioned it before. If you score 3 runs, you're done. 11-1 win. And if Louisville responds that way after the playoff loss last season, that's impressive.
Yeah, and you look at, I mean, this is a battle-tested Louisville team. As much as it is also Alliance, you look at those past 2 games, like we talked about, Louisville playing Hoban. Those are 2 tough matchups.
I know my time at Holy Name when the Namers saw Hoban, ouch, painful. We did not want to see Hoban on our schedule. Always a tough team and a great group out of downtown Akron, which we actually pass on the way here. Hard grounder over towards third. It's Woods to second to first. 5, 4, 3, double play. 2 down. Parker Woods makes up for his mistake.
That's a little more what you want to see, of what you want to see if you're the Alliance Aviators. Just beautiful.
And that is his second double play of the day. Had a 5-3 earlier on. Outside of that one mistake where the ball got underneath his glove, he has been solid defensively at third base. One of the best third basemen that we have seen all season.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really settled in nicely with this Alliance team. Obviously, we know transferring from Marlington, he's just done, I mean, a great job. After, those first few games may have been a little shaky. There have been moments here and there, but you have to look. He turned 2 double plays in this game alone. Great job from Parker Woods.
And again, this one towards him, but foul. You talk to Parker, you talk to his dad, you talk to his family. They can tell you how happy he is to be an Aviator.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's fitting in so well here in Alliance, as well as his younger brother, Hudson, who is a fantastic photographer.
I heard he was barefoot earlier today, as this one is just over Parker Woods' head into left field. KB will get it on the line, and it's a 2-out base knock. A liner from Cody Zaylor.
Man. Just beautiful again, right over the head. But yeah, Hudson Woods, he's been reconnecting with nature and having those dogs out in the sandals. And you know what? I don't say I hate it.
And there is action actually in the real bullpen for Louisville. And for those just tuning in as well, we were giving our draft updates. Kenyon Sadiq is now a Jet with the 16th pick, and they're comparing him to, I don't know if you know this man, Dustin Keller. Good tight end back in the day. That's a throwback. That is a name I haven't heard in a number of years, but in a former Jet. I want to up and in for ball, too. I'm sure if I went through my 2010s football cards when I get home, I'd find a couple of Dustin Kellers in there. Vincent Jackson, rest in peace, too, to him. I mean, a great receiver for the Vikings, for the Buccaneers. And the 2-0, or that one is the 1-0 now, 2-0.
Yeah, I must have got off there somewhere. I definitely thought there were 2 balls. Apologies.
John Baker trying to keep the inning going. And right now, patience is key in the on-deck circle. After Baker, it is Brunoni. And Brunoni would represent the winning run. 3 balls, no strikes. Baker, again, a top 10 center fielder / outfielder in the state in his class. And I feel like he's shown why tonight. And Zaylor as well. That's a great combination for the next couple of years. Louisville, they do lose plenty of talented seniors, but the group that you're bringing back can also be very competitive.
And I think when you look at the opposite side of that, with the Alliance Aviators, they do lose some talented seniors, but the sophomores and juniors that you have on this squad are all phenomenal players.
Couldn't have said it any better. Payoff pitch here is going to miss for ball 4. And that'll bring up the winning run. A chance for Grayson Brunoni to do his damage. So far today, a line out, an RBI single, and a strikeout for the Mount Union commit. Once again, Louisville, they want to get out of here early in the 5th. But 2 down, a mountain to climb to get there. And it's weak off the bat into no man's land, though a chance to beat it out, and he will. That ball just died on the infield. Iki, a great charge, but the bases are now loaded for Jake Beard.
And you also look at Charlie Iki. He may have even taken a little bit of a slip in there. Do you think that could have been? It couldn't have been from the rain from all that time ago.
No, I think he just kind of had too much momentum going forward.
Lost his footing.
It happens.
There. Yeah.
You're playing on a natural surface after playing on turf at home. And at home, you're 7-2. On the road, you're 3-0, though. That is worth noting. And a lot of those games were played on dirt. And if we look at those away games, just looking at the schedule of who the away games were, Salem's dirt, Carrollton's dirt, West Branch's dirt. for the most part. And the 1-0 nearly hits them, just misses inside. Alliance, though, looking to get out of here. No damage done and give their offense another chance.
The one thing I will say, though, about playing at Canal Park, it's not truly an away game again. This is a neutral site game. I mean, both in technicality and I would say in a balance of the fans that are out, it's essentially a neutral site game. And I think while it's similar to an away game, it's not quite the same.
Going back to it again, though, it's late, and that makes it tough on these fans as they're a strike one.
Yeah.
But plenty have stayed, and they have stayed loyal to their Aviators and to the Leopards as well. Kind of what you would expect on a night like this. You drive all the way in, you're going to stay. And we're back to full. Two great responses from Gage Lions on the mound. And if we do see the sixth inning, will the Leopards make a change? It looks like they might as the pitcher is ready to go. Payoff pitch is wide for ball 4. And again, Louisville able to score their third consecutive inning with a run coming in. And the winning run in Grayson Brunoni now stands in scoring position at second. The Leopards need 2 more to get out of here. Time now called. Could this be the call to the bullpen? Cooper, what do you think? Is this the end of the line for Gage Lions, or do you just say, you know what, we're going to go to tomorrow? Nope, they're going to make a change.
Yeah.
It'll be Cohen Hendershot getting a chance. The sophomore will look to keep this game going when we return. 9-1 your score. The Leopards knocking on the door of a run rule.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Cohen Hendershot is ready to go on the mound for the Aviators. The twist and shout is playing. The Aviators, they need to twist, and they need to get out of this inning. If they allow 2 more runs, we're done in 5.
Now, as much as I would just like to say, man, it's almost 10 o'clock. I want to go home and sleep. We have to remember here, guys. I'm an Alliance Aviator fan.
And the draft's still on. You're not going to bed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I am here, and I am rooting for Cohen to get through this. Aviators rally back, and we witness a fantastic comeback.
Instead, a good drive into deep right field. Wilkes needs to be there, and he is. The side is retired, and the game will continue. Trevin, excellent hustle out and right. It's the sophomore duo, Hendo on the mound, and Wilkes and Wright continuing the game into the 6th inning. For the Aviators, when we return, it's Reese, Iki, and Ganny for 5 and 6.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. had their prints with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
As we return back to Canal Park, we just received word that Blake Miller was drafted by the Lions. He is a Strongsville High School alum, and guess what? Strongsville, my hometown, got a shout-out on the NFL Network broadcast. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I definitely agree with that pick, as Detroit Lions need to strengthen up that offensive line. So Blake Miller, I think that's a solid pick right there. Also, you said Vikings?
Caleb Banks,
Caleb
wow.
Banks. Also, I was going to say, whoever is in the control room here at Canal Park have been playing nothing but bangers right now. We got Canned Heat by Jamiroquai on the PA system, and I don't think I'm really happy to hear that. This is fantastic.
I'll tell you what, anywhere I go, let's get this guy on aux. He is doing an amazing job.
Oh, yeah.
He's hired.
Pregame, in between innings, just fantastic work. It's been a great experience so far here in Canal Park. Once the weather got cleared up, I mean, it's just been a beautiful night.
And once again, we do thank Canal Park and the Akron Rubber Ducks for allowing us to use the camera on your screen. That camera is the main overhead broadcast camera for the Rubber Ducks production here in-house at Canal Park. So thank you again to them. Thank you, and special note to Jimmy Farmer and the rest of his team for allowing us to be here tonight to cover the Aviators. As well, the call to the bullpen has been made by Louisville. It is Landon Foner, number 14, now on the mound. The senior coming on here to try and nail it down in the 6th and 7th inning, as there is strike one. It'll be Lincoln Reese, Charlie Ike, and Jackson Ganny due up. Alliance looking for a rally, and they needed a big one here. Reese takes the 0-1 for strike two. And I feel like the zone today for Alliance has been one that they're passively looking at. It's exactly what happened the last time they were here against Highland at Canal Park. Just not getting aggressive.
Yeah, and that's something that we've kind of seen a little bit throughout the season where, especially early in the count, Aviators have not been very aggressive.
And there is strike three looking.
Wow.
It's 1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches.
How about that?
An excellent start for Foner. And it's back-to-back strikeouts looking for the pitching staff. And speaking of Mealy, a one-hitter, 1 run allowed in 5 innings of work. And he is in line for his 2nd win of the season.
Yeah, and you have to definitely give him a shout for player of the game because he did a fantastic job for the
Does he
Leopards.
make you want to shout?
That was another good one from the media team up here. But honestly, yeah.
Not surprised.
It does make me want to shout because as an Alliance fan, I was shouting basically every time I saw the ball leave his hands.
Once again, 1 hit so far today, and that was Lincoln Reese. The 1-0 Ike, a high chopper but foul. And I think that's one of those that you see it, you're thinking, okay, if it's fair, you have a chance to have it sneak down the line. But you need a good hit, a good strong ball.
Right.
Left, center, right, it doesn't matter. Just somewhere that it can get by and that'll get you into the outfield. That's all you need. The 1-1 is wide and to the backstop. I believe the first pass ball today for the Leopards, and a nice job by Beard behind the plate, keeping that the fact.
Yeah, we saw catcher interference before we saw a pass ball today, which is...
We did see one from Davis, though.
Oh, that's true. But still, some crazy and I would say definitely uncharacteristic things going on.
The 2-1, flown foul, and onto the lower bowl. But again, a beautiful facility in downtown Akron. Time locally is 9:56 p.m.
Just about at that 10 o'clock mark, which is almost our 2-hour mark as well.
Impressive. The 2-2 will skip in, and we are full. In the on-deck circle after Ike, it turns to Jackson Ganny. And here comes the payoff pitch. Iki, a chopper over towards third. He has a chance to beat this one out, and he will. It's an infield base knock for Charlie Iki, and the Aviators have their second base hit of the night.
Nice job by Charlie Iki. One of the fastest players on this team. I think it's definitely him or KB just using that speed, and he's able to get to first in time. And this is big for the Aviators if they want to get back into this game.
And now it's Gandy's turn to step in. You're down by 8. Your 7-game win streak is on the line. You need to get back to the basics here. That's all it takes. Easier, though, said than done. And I think the aggression is really going to help this team. But another first pitch strike taken. You've got to be more aggressive. And that is the big gripe I have right now with this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And the worst part to me is it's been a consistency in a few of the games we've covered where so many of these first pitch strikes coming through. That Massillon game, it was almost every single at-bat was a first pitch strike, and the Aviators were just not attacking.
And now it's 0-2 as Ganny fouls it off nearly up to the sweets again. Of course, 2 main levels here at Canal Park. You have the lower bowl, and then you have the suites up here where we are as the press box kind of splits the difference. The 0-2, Ganny will take strike 3 looking. It's 2 down.
Wow.
It is the third strike taken this inning. Again, the bat, it has to be off the shoulders. But 2 strikeouts so far today for Foner. 1 away from matching Maley's efforts in 4 less innings. And that's quite impressive.
And now at 19, the Panthers take Monroe Freeling.
An interesting pick there. Back to here, 2 down for Parker Woods. And there is strike 1. I believe all 3 at-bats, or 4 now, first pitch strike. You got to be jumping at those. You have to be more aggressive, and that is, again, you go to tomorrow, not even just tomorrow against Allett, but Minerva, Marlington. You have Ursuline on Monday. You have Fish, you have Perry, you have McKinley. You got to be more aggressive. And again, Massillon again. The 0-1, again, taken for a strike. You're seeing that outside called. You got to take a step in. And this is just simple adjustments on the fly that you have to adjust to. Definitely frustrating tonight for the Aviators. Runner goes here, swing and a miss, and that will retire the side. Foner out of the bullpen, strikes out 3 of the 4 batters that he faces, and the side is retired. In 1 inning, he matches the strikeout tally of Caleb Maley. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It'll be the bottom of the order. Leggert, Cordes, and Seaman due up for the Leps. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition. Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to Sports Zone and Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, along with Channel 1022 Alliance for making tonight's telecast possible. First pitch of Leggert is high for ball 1 as we will return to the action at Canal Park in downtown Akron. Akron. Getting a little late here. Now 9-1 your score. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Leopards 2 runs away from getting the run roll, but as things stand, Alliance standing tall.
yeah, I think that they would definitely like to close this one out in a more respectable manner. Obviously, there's nothing inherently wrong with getting run ruled. But,
And there is Legger
oh
putting
my-
it into left field. A perfect leadoff
Yeah.
base knock for the Marietta Commits. Now 2 for 4 on the day.
Again, threading the needle with that one. The placement on a lot of these hits from Louisville have been absolutely impeccable. Again, there's nothing inherently wrong with being run ruled, but there's something like you still want to go out swinging. Take it all the way, right? That's my mindset right now.
Alliance wants to have this game go to the 7th.
Right.
You needed to. You sat around for as long as you did. You want to make sure that you play the full time here. Unless you make it back to the state championship game, this is going to be it at Canal Park.
Yeah.
And we're just getting word this is Aiden Norris now coming in the game. So Norris will be batting in place of Cordes. Norris so far on the year, no hitting stats. And if they grounder over towards short, it's 6, it is 4, and it is 3, 2 down. That is how you do it defensively. And we're getting word that he is a PO, but I like giving him the chance there. Go in and see what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? He got a piece of it. Like, you have to give him props for that. But the Aviators able to turn a double play and maybe just try to finish this game out strong.
And again, as we have mentioned, you just want to go out here and see what you can do in the 7th. Obviously, far from a guarantee that you can actually get some runs on the board, but score a couple. Make it interesting. And as well, we are going to see the second hour of this game very soon as there is a hard 90. Seaman wears it, and back to the top of the order we go. Or actually, it's going to be Bryce Johnson in the game. I believe that is his second at-bat, and I believe both times he has been hit. So unfortunate for him, but back to the top we go with Xander Triplett, now the winning run. Louisville tonight has out-hit Alliance 12-2. Just to put that out there.
I really appreciate that stat.
It's impressive. It really is.
Yeah.
And this ball will skip away from Bo Davis. He doesn't know where it went. And it's one bag for Johnson. It nearly could have been 2. Going back to the draft, the Steelers are up now at 21. And I think this is where Ty Simpson was initially mocked. So, well, that's not going to happen.
Shout out my boy Ty Simpson.
J-Rod keeps telling me it's going to be Drew Aller, which if it is, I'll get him McDonald's the next week. Every day the next week, he'll get McDonald's as that pitch is there for a strike. Oh, close. It's Caden McDonald. So close, J-Rod.
No, not. That's my prediction.
Oh, okay. Still a chance for him. Putting a lot on the line there. Hendershots 1-1. Fouled away down the right field line. A nice little dribbler as well behind it. In the top of the 7th, Alliance will bring up Wilkes, Hendo, and Fisk. 8, 9, and 1. Still 2 hits today. A double for Lincoln Reese and a single for Charlie Eakey. As well, time locally, 10:05 p.m.
So that's just about our 2-hour mark as the game teed off at 8:08.
8:06 was the official time we had. The 1-2 picked by Davis. So into hour number 2, and from the start time, we're nearly 3 hours past it, or we are 3 hours past it now. It's just incredible when you think about it. Count now sits at 2-2. Triplett looking to do some damage. And he will wait until the payoff pitch. Count now full. Once again, Alliance, they're back in business tomorrow at Ellett, then at Ursuline on Monday. Minerva Tuesday, Wednesday next week before taking a week off until they go to Marlington on the 5th. The 2-2 is wide, or that's the full count 3-2 pitch, and now it's a walk for Triplets. He'll take his base. The winning run is at first, and now Zaylor a chance to do the damage. A chance for him to walk it off potentially.
Yeah, I mean, that we already talked about Louisville as a team that they probably want to go home early with the win. I mean, who doesn't want to go home early with a win? But especially in a situation like this, you have a game that was supposed to start at 7, started at 8:06 roughly, and now you've been here for 2 hours. So
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
And there is strike one to Zaylor. Again, 8-9-1 duo for the Aviators, just trying to force the 7th inning altogether. The 0-1 hard grounder into left field it goes, and they will hold up the lead runner. Load up the bases now for John Baker. And the sophomore has a chance with the winning run in scoring position to walk it off for Louisville and downtown Akron. Hit number 13 tonight for the Leopards. They have been smacking the ball along the yard. No doubt about it. At this point, if this ball's in the outfield and down, do you just send the runner from second to try and force it?
I think that's a hard call to make, but
Do you risk it? We'll see if it happens. First pitch high for ball one. And of course, you could walk here and a base hit wins the game. And I feel like it's such a weird spot with the run rule to talk about winning a game up by 8. The game pretty much is won. The 1-0, swing and a miss, now 1-1 the counts. It's not Drew Eller. That's a tackle from Arizona State, so J-Rod does not get McDonald's every day this week. Thanks for playing. Hendo's 1-1 is there for strike two, a late call.
Thank you for playing the Bryce is Right, as we maybe coined it earlier in the game. Our guessing game that, well, fell short after just about one inning.
We kind of gave up quickly because he was winning. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hendo's 1-2. A chopper up the middle, right to the bag. Iki will step on 2, and we will see the top of the 7th inning. The Aviators able to force it into one final half inning, and they will bring up the bottom 2, then the top of their order. It's go time for the Aviators, down by 8 in downtown Akron.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
For maybe the final time tonight in downtown Akron, we hear the lovely draft jingle all the way around. We have to give a lot of credit to the Akron Rubber Ducks for hosting tonight's game. Game number 1 ended early due to the storms, but game number 2, albeit delayed by an hour, got to play. And for the Louisville Leopard fans, they are happy it did. Up 9-1 in the top of the 7th inning. And it is Cody Zaylor coming on to try and nail it down, needing 3 outs to walk out of here with a 6-5 record. And of course, to not only get revenge for the playoff loss last year, but to interrupt the Aviators' 7-game win streak. And instead of Trevin Wilkes, it's going to be Gavin Schrader stepping in. The junior will get a chance here to get a couple of swings.
Yeah,
167 average on the year for him.
Right, I was going to say that time Guaco just blasts that one foul over that net, and you know, someone is going to walk away with another souvenir. We've seen quite a few of those tonight, and you know, you love to see it. It's just part of the atmosphere here in a minor league ballpark.
And a beautiful ballpark at that. Of course, we have been at Crusher Stadium for a couple of games. Great atmospheres all the way around there. There's a lot of great ballparks in Northeast Ohio, and of course, Thurman Munson as well. The 1-2, Schrader fouls it back. Have you been to Thurman Munson before?
I have not.
Beautiful facility. I'm sure Bryce can attest to it. Beautiful diamond. Once they redid the turf, that facility became 10 times better. And as well, they have some offices behind the backstop. The 1-2 again fouled back. And we're just getting word Akeem Mesidor is the pick to the Chargers at 22. The Browns are currently in the hole, so to speak, as it is the Cowboys on deck to go with some baseball terminology. Zaylor's 1-2 again, left high. This is where some guys for Alliance who usually don't get to hit will step in. It is Ethan Jackson in the on-deck circle. I don't hate it. Get some guys some opportunities to play, of course, as well, in a minor league ballpark.
And that's exactly where I was going, where there's only so many chances that you get to step up to bat at a minor league ballpark under the lights. I mean, this is what these kids live for.
You don't blame them. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, chasing the high heat. It is 1 up, 1 down, and the 4th consecutive out recorded by Louisville via the punch-out. Actually, you go back to the end of Maley's outing. It is the 5th. 3rd consecutive strikeout as well, all the way around. They have been cutting down batter after batter tonight, and now here comes Ethan Jackson. And for Ethan so far this season, 0 for 1.
I was going to say he's one of those players that has not gotten a lot of chances to show off his skills, but now a chance coming at Canal Park.
But he has quickly down on the count 0-2. Mainly his outings are defensive showings in place of Bo Davis when he pitches.
Right.
Don't hate it, though. Here's the 0-2, way inside. And in the on-deck circle for Alliance, it is Garrett Atkins, the junior.
Garrett, you love to see him playing. I mean, he has been through quite a lot as a player. Last year, he was hit by a comebacker right in the knee, and, I mean, that sidelined him for the whole year. It was not good, and that's coming off of he's had so many ankle sprains, and at one point I believe he had some nerve damage, but you just love to see him out here and
He's still out there.
yeah, getting an opportunity to play.
Count out full on Jackson as he takes in the dirts. But hearing that story, it's inspiring that he still goes out there and gives it his all every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually rode the bus with him on the way here, as well as Ethan Jackson and 2 amazingly nice kids as well.
And speaking of Ethan Jackson, he will take his base. It is a walk with 1 away.
And that is 4 straight balls after going down 0-2 in the count. Great patience by him after swinging on those first 2.
And if you're Coach Graffis, this is what you want to see out of what could be your catcher next year. Could it be? Could it be Co? Could it be the JV guy? Who knows? What do you think?
I think right now the nod has to go to Ethan Jackson. I mean, under the tutelage of Bo Davis, who is a fantastic catcher, as we know.
And wasn't he under the tutelage of Ryan Burney?
Yes. I mean, we're following a trail of amazing catchers, and I think Ethan Jackson definitely, as of right now, has to get the nod. But with the way that sophomores and, I mean, these younger generations have been stepping up, Ethan Jackson now,
He's going to get his base.
how about that? But yeah, with the way that these sophomores have been stepping up, it wouldn't be shocking if a sophomore or junior were going to be able to sneak up and get that spot next year.
Count out 101 in Atkins, but it's very true. It's still early on in the cycle for next season because, well, we're still in this season. But if Jackson can step up and prove to be that guy, that'd be a big addition. And it looks like now in the on-deck circle, we go back to our regularly scheduled hitters. 1-1 wide for a ball. It'll go to KB, and then it's Bo Davis in the hole. Again, Alliance just trying to bring across a couple of runs in the top of the 7th. 2 hits so far today, just trying to get creative to get a few more. And Atkins will take strike 2. And this could also be a spot that somebody comes off the bench to run in his place, like Zayden Miles.
He's got the speed. He made an appearance at a track meet earlier this year. Put together the season's fastest time in the 4x1.
And that pitch way inside, making it a full count, 3-2.
Zayden Miles, another one of those players that when you discuss the fastest players here for the Aviators, Trevin Wilkes has some speed. He played running back Charlie Iki, KB, and of course, Zayden Miles.
All guys up there. Here's the payoff pitch, and Atkins will foul it off. And I think it hit a sweet.
I couldn't tell if that hit the front of the suite or went over it, but either way, probably going to be a souvenir out of the park or somewhere inside.
Who knows? A passerby could easily pick it up. Of course, if it's out. Payoff pitch again, fouled away. Great battle from Atkins as it goes inside his dugout. A little parting gift to Jackson Ganny in the walkway. Maybe tell him maybe you shouldn't stand there. Could be something along those lines. And as well, make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break as we wrap it up with our Player of the Game presentation brought to you by SmeeSports. Again, the payoff pitch. It is popped over the pitcher. It'll die on the infield. Atkins a chance to beat it out, but he will not. A great relay for out number 2. And the Leopards can sound their final countdown. But Atkins, he gave it all, trying to hustle it out. That's short, though. An excellent play to get the outs.
Yeah, again, Louisville's defense has been absolutely fantastic, despite the efforts coming from a lot of these players that you see less often in the game. Speaking of Zayden Miles, he's up to bat now.
So he will replace KB, and in the on-deck circle, Bo Davis, he will stay in. And it is Mekhi Lawrence, the edge out of UCF now with the Cowboys. And the Browns are back on the clock. 1-0 high for ball 2. So, of course, before we go off the air, we will bring you the Browns' next pick, assuming they make it. And give you a little analysis on it, too. Not too much, though. It's late.
Max player. That's my pick.
We'll see who it is in the end. The 2-0 in there for strike 1. Again, looking at our watch, 10:18 p.m. So a late night at the ballpark in downtown Akron. The 2-1 there for strike 2, and the Aviators are down to their final strike. Louisville looking to cap off this win and end the Aviators' 7-game win streak. 2-2 the counts. Zaylor will book it. There is strike 3 looking, and the game is over. Cody Zaylor nails it down, coming out of the pen, sealing the 9-1 win for the Leopards. And that's how you get it done. Strike 3 looking again. He will end the day with 2 punch-outs.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, just a fantastic game from all of Louisville's defense. Their pitching staff able to, I mean, was it a 2-hitter in total? Only 2 hits from the Aviators. And you said a number earlier, and I think it was that Louisville had out-hit Alliance 12-2.
They end 13-2.
Ended at 13-2. I mean, that is just an insane. The disparity there between the two teams is just, I mean, shocking. So you talk about ending that 7-game win streak. Louisville ended it in a big, big way.
Alliance now 10-3 on the season. Louisville back above 500, now sitting at 6-5 on the campaign. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. Louisville, though, tonight gets the win 9-1 over the Aviators as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. At Sports Zone, our state-of-the-art indoor facility features 2 batting cages equipped with pitching machines and Rapsodo technology, giving athletes the tools they need to elevate their game. We also have indoor soccer fields perfect for sports practices, leagues, private training sessions, and birthday parties. When it's time to take things outside, enjoy our 2 turf baseball fields complete with outdoor batting cages and bullpens. Whether you're training, competing, or just looking to get better every day, Sports Zone is the place to do it. Go to our website at sportzone.statstack.io or contact us at 412-313-4295 to rent out our facilities today. Welcome to Sports Zone, your premier destination for year-round training and competition.
Welcome back to Canal Park in downtown Akron. 9-1 your final tonight. Louisville gets the wins over the Alliance Aviators. As we toss things back upstairs, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me tonight, Cooper Fontaine. Your SmeeSports player of the game will belong to Caleb Maley. 5 innings of work, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. He did allow the opening run of the game. His offense picked him up, and in the end, when Alliance was trying to start a rally, the man standing in front of them, denying them, was number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was absolutely killing it. Like you said, that opening run, Alliance got to a 1-0 lead, but then Louisville's offense walked away with it, and he was able to hold it down and be that anchor on defense. I mean, he just did a phenomenal job. That breaking ball was killer throughout. I mean, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, the Aviators could just not get past that.
Looking at the Aviators, 2 hits today, 1 for Charlie Eakey, an infield single, 1 for Lincoln Reese, an RBI double. What went wrong for them at the plate tonight?
Well, I think, like we said throughout the broadcast, they have to be more aggressive going into those at-bats. There were so many first pitch strikes, so many more opportunities that they had that they just did not capitalize on, and you definitely want to see a lot more done right there. Although you did see a lot of good things, Lincoln Reese in particular with a beauty up the left field line. Aviators just not able to make it happen.
To close out tonight, Louisville, they get redemption for last year's playoff loss at Alliance, and on top of that, they end their rival's 7-game win streak in style with a 9-1 thrashing under the lights in primetime in downtown Akron. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe while there is no added cost. It greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. And one final note, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor / advertiser with us, our contact information is on your screen as to how you can make that possible. Before we go, the Browns pick is in. We will see who it is, and we will give our reaction. With the 24th pick, the Cleveland Browns are bringing in Casey Concepcion. And that is how you win the first round. Fano was first, right? It was Fano Concepcion of the first then, correct? That's the dream. That's pretty much what I wanted. I wanted Tate Fano initially, of course. Fano then rose to the draft boards. You trade down. You still get Casey Concepcion and Spencer Fano. I take back what I said. A great night drafting by Andrew Berry.
And that's in a spot that you really need a wide receiver, and you pick up a solid one in Concepcion.
I love it, and that's a great way to send us off into Friday morning. 9-1 your final. Louisville gets the job done over the Alliance Aviators. But for Cooper Fontaine, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Canal Park in downtown Akron, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.